This is the Jandel monkey, and every 5 seconds, it will apply every mutation on a plant. So today, I'll be using it on every seed and grower garden to grow the biggest, most expensive fruits so we can find out which seed makes you the most money. Starting with the common category. Now, obviously, since there's only 2 seeds in this category, we're not really working with much. So let's plant the carrot right there and the strawberry. And once we grow all, this is basically all we're looking for. So for the base value alone, if I sell this carrot, it is 33 shekels. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting much. And the strawberries, on the other hand, is 600 shekels. Now, you might be thinking that's a lot of money, but if we retry it with the Jandel monkeys, in the span of a couple seconds, they should give me every mutation. Yup, just as I said. And boy, that is a sight to look at because we will never have that on a carrot. So if I sell the carrot just alone, 134,000 shekels. Now, that seems like a small amount, but for a uncommon, that is legendary. So strawberries up next. It is at 172,000 shekels. All right. Well, in terms of the common category, we gotta put the strawberry first and the carrot last. But up next, we have the uncommon seeds, which again are 2 more trash seeds. But the good thing about this is if we plant both of them, they don't grow as instant. So what we can do is we can put all of our good pets and basically boost the size of what we would make because, you know, we want to grow really tall. So let me just place my sprinklers right here. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and grow all and... Okay, what was I even expecting? I mean, it is uncommon. I don't expect them to grow that big. But come on, bro. You can at least grow a little bit taller than this. Well, for starters, we need to know the base value, so this is good. So for the blueberry alone, we're looking at 360 shekels. And same for the orange tulip. Yeah, we're not really breaking the bank here, bro. 800 shekels? Yo, that's not even gonna cover my rent. But this Jandel monkey is here to change the game because, bro, I don't even think I need to do the explainer. You guys know what they're about to do. Looks like one of my blueberries was blessed, and it looks like it's this one. Now, in order for us to get the actual value of the fruits, I can only have 1 bush at a time. So, boop and boop. So now we only have 1. And after collecting its mutations, we now have, oh my God, we have a lot of blueberries to pick. We're looking at 4 blueberries that should have every mutation on them. And bro, look at this thing. It's like a mystery box of chocolate, which I don't want to know what it tastes like. But look at this 4 kg blueberry that didn't get any mutations on it. I swear I would have been filthy rich if this one picked up a mutation. Now, if we go over to sell our inventory of blueberries, looks like we have made 12 million shekels. Well, for right now, it looks like the blueberry is going to be winning. But that can all change with 1 little orange tulip seed. Now, this thing is only 0.06 kgs, so I'm not really expecting much here. But for now, let's see how much this little small tulip's gonna be worth. And, oh, 8 million shekels. All right, that's not that bad for an uncommon. But as I expected, it is going behind the blueberry. Now we're moving into the big leads. We got the tomatoes, the corns, and the daffodils, aka the rare category. Now, I'm gonna plant all of these near each other because I'm expecting big results out of all of them. So I'm gonna quickly spam all of them. And before we even know how much these things are worth, we need to go ahead and grow all so we can see the base value. But oh, luckily we got a big tomato seed, which I feel like could be bigger, but we're not gonna do any judging right now. I sold every fruit 1 by 1 and looks like the daffodil came out first with over 1,000 shekels. So I'm kind of confused how that got number 1, but we ain't gonna let it be there for long because, bro, these things are in the ground. I'm gonna pick up and replant everything. And now it's time for my sprinklers to come out because, yeah, we need to maximize the growth and what we can get of this. So now that those are out, so grow all and whoa! Looks like we got a mega big corn right here who, low-key, I might have to take out on a date because, bro, this thing is humongous. But let me go ahead and place all of my Jandel monkeys, and I want to see how this thing looks with the mutation on it. So after waiting 5 seconds, oh my days, this thing looks like a drink all of a sudden. All right, at the angle I'm looking at right now, I can't see all the mutations, but we can definitely tell that they're on here. So I'm gonna pick that up, and yep, it looks justly as it was on the farm. 12 kgs though? Wow, okay, I'm expecting a lot of money. Only 3 million shekels? Well, for right now, we gotta put it number 1, but it's low-key worse than both of the uncommons. But my tomatoes, on the other hand, I have big hopes for these things. Like, bro, they're already almost the size of the corn, but this one is only 3 kgs. Now, obviously, with the tomato, we got some extra fruits just because it's a multi-planting fruit. So if I sell my inventory, we have made 6 million shekels. All right, once again, not as good as the uncommons, but it did beat the corns. So we're gonna put that in front of it. And lastly, my daffodils. Now, for some reason, they are invisible, but when you pull it out, these things are ginormous. Loki, I'm not gonna lie, these things are taller than me IRL, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I have 31 million shekels in my name. I don't care about height. Now, for some reason, flower plants sell for way more, so I'm low-key expecting us to make a lot of money here. 48 million shekels? That just sold for more than everything we ever had. So yeah, my theory was correct. The daffodils are definitely gonna be #1 for some time. And low-key, the chart's not looking that bad for right now, but it's not as bad as only 9% of you guys being subscribed watching my videos. Do you guys hate me? Just say it, man. Up next, we got my favorite category of them all, more specifically for the watermelon seed. But yes, we have the legendaries up next. Now, the good thing about these seeds are, first of all, the aura, and they sell for so much money. Never mind, 3,000 shekels. I had my information wrong, but we're gonna go ahead and place them all. And because we're looking for the biggest seed of them all, we're gonna go ahead and spam a little bit, but we will not be collecting all of these. So let me go ahead and get my sprinklers out. And just like that, everything has now been woozy touched. Now this bamboo is already growing pretty giant. And to speed that up, we're gonna go ahead and grow all. And okay, whoa, we got some giant stuff, but I feel like we can get gianter. So I'm gonna go to the gear shop, you know, rizz up the nice young lady right here. And just like that, we have 80 favorite tools now. I'm gonna go ahead and favorite the big ones we got. And for everything else, we got a rainbow. We got a rainbow. All right, we're favoring that too. So go ahead and grow all again. And that is what I am talking about. This is the size I was looking for. Look at me, mama. I'm climbing the pole. But with all that playing around, it's time for us to collect basically the biggest of them all. And after selling all of them, the highest base value we had was from a golden apple for 85,000 shekels. Yeah, this thing made us a lot of money. But if I type Jandel monkey, it's time for us to make even more money than what we thought. Because, bro, we need to see what this apple is going to be worth. So, looks like we got a mutation on one of our apples, but it's not the apple that we want. There it is. This is what I was talking about. Now, guys, we got to remember that the rule is we can only pick from one tree. So, I need to make sure I only pick up off of one apple tree, which is going to be this one. And now the goal is to beat 85 million shekels set from the daffodil earlier. One of the apples we got is 72 kg, so I'm not that worried about hitting the goal. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go way over it. So I want to sell my inventory and 600 million shekels. Apple's getting the #1 spot instantly. Up next, we got the bamboo seed, which I'm pretty confident about. I mean, why don't you just look at this thing, bro? This looks like the third thing that's in my pants, but today we're here to make us some money. So 1 freaking billion shekels. Forget about the apple being first. The bamboo has taken that spot. The last 2 seeds we have is the watermelon and the pumpkin seed. Now, I picked them up just because I wasn't really too satisfied with the size. So we're going to spam as many seeds as we can until we get both of them are giant. And so it looks like these guys aren't really the biggest growers, but that doesn't matter when something this small can be worth so much. So 13 million shekels. Well, let's never put our money on the watermelon. I can't really say the same about the pumpkin, bro, because this thing is a little bit gianter. And if I sell it, 46 million shekels. We're going to be putting both of these guys in the last place. Up next, we have the mythical seeds category. Now, this is where the fun begins because all of the seeds from now on should make us a lot of money. So I'm going to place every seed in their own corner because once we grow all, this is what I am talking about. Yeah, I didn't even use a sprinkler on any of these fruits and look how giant they're getting. So yeah, so this is what I meant when I say the fun begins because everything from here should be giant. And the fact that these are all trees, that means each tree gets their own plants. So if I grow all once again, yeah, this is what I meant. Look at all of the dragon fruits on one tree. And this is what one tree looks like for all of the fruits. Now, I'm expecting a lot of money considering this dragon fruit has so many stuff on it. So I'm going to type my harvest tool and let's get to picking. Let's pick our mangoes first. So that's pretty much all of it. You know, we lost a lot of girth there, but we came out with a lot of money. 21 million off of the base value? Holy shoot. All right, now this dragon fruit tree, it has way too many fruits for us to pick them all. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up one of these things. And it's already saying 127 kgs. 500,000 shekels from one. Same with the cactus too. We made a little bit of money and a little bit lower money off the coconut. But now it's time for us to see how much money we can make from each tree if we have the Jandel monkeys out. So I'm gonna place them all, and since we still have a couple of sprinklers on the ground, we're gonna hit a grow all again. Yes, if you guys could subscribe for the Robux I have spent this video, I would love that. But now that we got all of our Jandel monkeys out, brother, we're finna make so much money. As you guys can see, all of these dragon fruits, I'm expecting us to make a lot of money off this dragon tree. I don't know if this thing like glitched or not, but we have so many fruits up there. So I will see you guys once my Jandel monkeys do their thing. So this is the end result of basically going AFK for about 5 minutes and what a Jandel monkey can do for you. So as of right now, this is what the list is looking like from the base values, but that is subject to change. Starting with our cactus. So to make this fair, I'm gonna use the harvest tool on everyone so we can only get what we get from the plant. So this is basically what we put out from the cactus. We got these puny small little cactus, you know, only 35 kgs. Now, if I sell my whole inventory, we're looking at 300 million shekels. Now that's not that bad. But next in line, we got the coconuts. Now these guys didn't grow as big, but the good thing about this is if you harvest it, you have a whole inventory full of coconut fruits. Yes, this is from one fruit alone. So once again, if I sell my inventory, 600 million shekels. Oh yeah, the coconut is #1 right now. But we have the second largest fruit next, the mango tree. And after picking up every fruit, this is what my inventory looks like after. I didn't even know they produced this many mangoes from one fruit. So I'm not gonna lie, calculations could be a little bit off. 7 billion shekels. Now that is a money milestone we have gotten so far, which makes it #1. But lastly, we have the one and only dragon fruits. Yes, 150 kgs. And that's just one fruit. So if I just pick up every fruit that we can, and after picking all of my fruits, I realized that I had more than one fruit. So I'm not gonna pick up anything up here, but I picked up basically everything that was at the bottom. And this is what we have grabbed out of the thing. 1 or 2 trees full of dragon fruits. So we might have a little bit more than one tree, but if we sell our inventory full of Jandel monkeys, we've just made $27 billion off of that. So for overall, I think it is safe to say that the dragon fruit takes the crown for the mythical tier list. But we still have many better seeds to go through, so I don't think that we have reached our pinnacle yet. So up next, we have all the divine seeds that you could ever ask for. So once again, we're gonna place all of our divine seeds in 4 different sections because from my knowledge, that was the only time we've gotten something so giant. So we're gonna spam as many seeds as we can, 10 for each. And now that that's done, we need to hurry up and get our sprinklers before these things start growing. So sprinklers, well, I have a lot of each. And now that that's done, I think we need to go ahead and grow all. Whoa, okay. This is what I was looking for when I said we need to grow all. Apart from our grapes, everything else is pretty miniature. I mean, I feel like we could get bigger, but since we're not working with the Jandel monkey right now, we just need to know the value of everything. So if we look at my inventory, I picked up 1 of each fruit, and right now, looks like the mushroom's the biggest, sitting at 33 kgs. So after selling every fruit one by one, looks like the Keiko came in the #1 spot. Oh, I already knew this guy was gonna win #1, but these rankings right here don't mean anything because now it's time for us to test what the Jandel monkey will do to our stuff. But first, we need to make this fair. We need to start clearing out everything but one tree. And this is what it looks like after. We lost a little bit of our sizing, but truthfully, these fruits aren't really that small. I mean, like, look at these freaking grapes right here. All right, I'm gonna pull up my Jandel monkeys, and yeah, let's just spam them. Oh my god, I haven't seen this many monkeys so close up since the time I went to NU's house, bro. Like, we could just go AFK for 5 seconds and everything's just gonna start turning blue. But out of everything, looks like my grapes were the most highly favorited, considering they're the first fruits for us to get all the mutations on them. So if I pick up one, look at this thing, 15 kgs, but it's this big, bro. That's insane. So yeah, we picked off 9 grapes from one tree, and I'm expecting us to make a lot of money. So if we sell our inventory, 14 billion shekels. All right, now that's not #1, but that is a lot of money we've made from only like 5 minutes of work. So for right now, I gotta put the grape seed number 1, considering that's the only one we have used so far. Now, obviously, our mushroom didn't grow to the size we want it to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sell this thing so we can like see how much we have made. 11 billion shekels. All right, that's not number 1, but that is a lot of money from 5 minutes of work. So for that, the mushroom will be going second. All right, now I'm a little bit excited about my peppers because first of all, the fact is we get 6 of these things at once. It goes for 300 million. All right, okay, that's not really that much. All right, I kind of like just bursted my bubble and we didn't really make much. What if we sell the whole inventory? 19 billion shekels. I'm sorry for talking down to your name, but I didn't know how chill you were, bro. And now lastly, if I go to my garden, we have the Caicos as our last divine seed of them all. Okay, so I'm gonna whip out my magnifying tool and it doesn't show every mutation, but we can obviously see it. So 1 billion shekels from 1 seed alone. All right, hold up. We gotta pick this stuff instantly. The only thing that's gonna make me happy is if these things can sell for 1 trillion a piece. 7 billion shekels. All right. I expected way more than whatever that number Sam has spit out. So I'm going to take it to my own hands and believe this guy is scamming me because 7 million off of Keiko seed, incorrect. But in terms of the graph, this guy is staying number last. Yeah, RIP Keiko seed. But now it's time for the ultimate rarity of them all, the prismatic section. Now guys, for this section, we don't need to know the base value of any fruits, but we need to see how giant and more importantly, how much money we can make off of these guys. So to make sure we get the most expensive fruits, we're gonna waste all of our Grandmaster sprinklers. Loki, I feel like we kind of went overboard when spending money here, but it looks cool. That's all that matters. So once again, we're going to place every seed in their own section. So starting with the beanstalk, up next, we have the ember lily, and these things are so loud. I'm going to Loki be a little zoomed out so we don't got to hear it. We got our sugar apples up next, which is what I'm hoping for. And now lastly, we have our elder strawberry, which I don't know what happened to the design, but you know, if it still gives us the same amount of money, that's all that matters. Okay, now that is what I am talking about. What I did make sure to do was that everything you see here planted, I made sure that we have 10 of each fruit. So instead of us having 1 tree and seeing how much we made, we're gonna see what the Jandel monkey can do for 10 of our prismatic seeds. So we just need to let these guys cook, bruh. Hopefully we get 6, 7 of them. And now that everybody's placed, I will be back in, whenever I come back. I came back to the craziest garden of my life. I'm looking up and we can't even see anything inside the garden. Now, the downside about this garden is when I want to do my test, it's going to be really hard trying to figure out which is which. So looking at our tier list, the first one we need to test is our beanstalks. Okay, so here it is. I finally found the name tag for it. I'm going to have a pretty hard time trying to pick it. So see you guys in a bit. All right, so I came to my conclusion that we cannot cherry pick all of these plants one by one. But what I did find out was if we type the specific fruit we're looking for, we can basically sub them out. So let's say we're trying to sell the ember lily. What I can do is I can go ahead and favorite everything in my inventory. And if we want to sell something like, let's say we're going to do the ember lily first, this is going to be the only unfavored thing in my inventory. So if we go ahead and sell our inventory, 52 billion shekels just off the ember lilies, which means we can put it number 1. But up next, we have the burning buds left. And considering that I've already picked up basically everything, and the biggest one we have is 86 kgs. And whoa, this thing is ginormous. 49 billion shekels. All right, that's not that bad. Considering I thought we were gonna make a couple trillion, we can easily say that's going right behind the prismatic. Now, obviously, guys, you have to remember that with the Jandel monkey, we can obviously get every mutation in the span of 5 seconds. But just to make it fair, Jandel made it where it caps off at a trillion. So if you guys did this the legit way, you would make 10 times of whatever we have seen this video. The next prismatic seed we have here is the sugar apple seed. And when we search it in my inventory, we have a lot of sugar apples to pick from. So I'm expecting this to go number 1. But if we sell our inventory, exactly what I predicted. $271 billion, just like that. And we actually have a little bit more left over here because my inventory was full beforehand. So sell the last batch and Okay, it's not really making much of a difference. 71 billion, which in total equates to 600 billion. So we're gonna put that #1 spot. Sorry, Ember Lily. Next up, we have the giant pine cone. Now, again, I've already picked up everything that we need to do, and we just have to filter it out in my inventory. So giant pine cone, and holy, whoa. I thought we had a lot of sugar apples. Boy, we have a lot of giant pine cones too. And if I sell my inventory, 400 billion shekels. Oh, just a little bit behind the second to the last position. So we're gonna put that right there. And now we got our elder strawberries next. And these ones, not really the biggest. We got 38 kgs, but it's kind of skinny, I'm not gonna lie. So for the second to the last time, come on, please win. 94 billion? Bro, the elder strawberry sucks, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but I gotta put that last just because I hate it. And now we have the final seed of the video, the beanstalk seed, which if you're wondering why we're going last, because this thing was pretty hard to get, bro. Like, I gotta do some searching to pick up one of these things one by one. And the fact that we have 10 of these beanstalk trees, it makes it way harder than it's supposed to be. And woof, that was really hard to pick. I think this is the most full it's ever been, but these do not look like beanstalk seeds, but for some reason they are giant. I thought this thing was a coconut at first, but no, if I go off the map, this is definitely a beanstalk. So let's see if it will take the #1 spot that we're looking for. I want to sell my inventory. Ah! 329 billion. Oh my days. Well, sadly, looks like the beanstalk is going to be ending off in the #3 spot today. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you'd like to watch more stuff like this, just subscribe.